Ugh. Here we go again. OBS, the software I'm using, does not want to cooperate with me. I only seem to have that issue. Oh, gotta stop. Stop. I gotta figure out why. Why it does that to me. What's up, Terry? I jacked up the stream this morning. Sorry, guys. Hey, Ramesh. Good morning, Random. Yep. I need a personal assistant to help me with this stuff. I used to consider myself to be tech savvy, but this live stream thing has really been messing me up some. Oh gosh, that's so flippin' hot. I left it in the microwave too long. I had to warm it up because it was on the counter and it was literally boiling in the microwave. So I gotta let it cool down. We gotta start our poll again. Water. Boop, there's our poll again. Get that started up for you guys. Sorry for the enough apologizing. Let's get on with the show. It's National Pina Colada Day. You're getting caught in the rain because it's storming in Georgia all night long, and today too. You know, I've never had a pina colada. I'd have to just try one. I just drink like whiskey on the rocks or a beer. I'm a simple guy. I don't need all the foofy stuff. Well, the term never drink water, Ramesh, means that people would only drink tea or sodas or juice. They would never drink just plain water. So when I say never drink water, means they drink flavored stuff instead. You were hanging out in the empty stream. I know, Dustin. I let you down again. Jeez. When am I ever going to learn, right? I don't know. When are you going to be my personal assistant, Dustin, and help me out with this stuff? I don't know. Joseph's got a question for us this morning. Hit us, Joseph. What you got, man? Yeah. It's Kara. Hey, Kara. How's it going? Coffee, because punching people is frowned upon. Tasty, but super hot. People exist who don't drink water. Drinking this means I don't drink water. You know, what I meant to say is, do you drink plain water? I guess would be more for more understandable for Ramesh. I don't have a wife. That's why I'm happy. That's why I'm happy. It's National Pina Colada Day, and it's also National, are you ready for this? Kitten Day. National Kitten Day. So if you like kittens, and who doesn't like kittens, it's National Kitten Day. Advice to always look as handsome as you. Oh, I don't know. I don't consider myself to be handsome. I never smoked or did drugs. I used to drink a lot, but I don't drink very much anymore. And I don't use any, I don't know. Maybe it's just natural beauty. I just kidding. I don't have any advice on how to be handsome. You drink water infused with coffee. Exactly. From Indonesia, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to, you can subscribe and watch that number grow on the wall. Woo! Fun times. National Kick a Kitten Day. Random. Why do you want to kick kittens? I don't understand that. You want to punt kittens across the lawn? There's Wesley. Wesley encouraged me to play Rage Against the Machine last night while I was playing video games. And it was helpful. So thank you, Wesley. I appreciate that encouragement. I think smoking really Makes people's complexion go to crap. And I don't like sunbathe. You know, I don't try to get a tan. I just accept my white pinkish tone and live with it. I don't know what else to tell you. Kara's got questions. We're asking questions, answering questions this morning, which is totally fine. Feel free to answer questions. Let's look at our little poll real quick. Tap water is just fine. That's me. I just drink tap water. I mean, I like filtered water, but certain places I would prefer filtered over tap, like at my office. I don't know. That place just yeah, the plumbing in there. I probably can get away with drinking tap, but I prefer having filtered water there. Here at home, I have copper piping, not PVC and stuff, so I just drink tap water. It's just fine, and so yeah, no big deal here. Speaking of tap water, and one of the reasons I brought that up is because Flint, Michigan was big in the news, and how far am I from the coast? Well, it would take me a few hours to get there on the East Coast. I'd be in the Atlantic Ocean, Savannah, Georgia, or something like that, Tybee Island. Flint, Michigan had a problem with lead pipes. There's the reason I put in the how do you like your water thing. And lead pipes, not good pipes. They're cheap. They're cheap pipes. And people started figuring it out. And then you had this whole thing about people getting cancer and getting sick and all these other problems from drinking water from lead pipes. And so here recently, I don't know the exact date, but they finished changing out 11,000 lead pipes, concluding the decade-long effort to secure clean water in Flint, Michigan. And then there's a little picture of it up here. Let's see here if I can get it up for you guys. There it is. Boop. Those are the lead pipes, or some of the lead pipes that were pulled out of the ground in Flint, Michigan. Yum. Yummy. See all that nice stuff inside there? Mmm, tasty. That's how you chew your water. You don't drink your water, you chew your water in Flint, Michigan. But yeah, that's crazy. Lead pipes. The Romans, in their aqueducts, they lined them with lead. They didn't know, but they believe some of that led to their downfall as a society is lead pipes because of illness and things like that, and they just couldn't stay as strong as they once were, or something of that nature. I don't know the whole story. I just remember bits and pieces of it, but something to that effect. They did in fact use lead. They lined the aqueducts with lead that brought water into the city. Yeah. Have you ever heard of local church? There are local churches around me. They're not called local church. I don't know, but I've never heard of that before. More lead and asbestos. You put mustard on it and eat it, right? Just chew it on up. It's good for you, right? Local church, Malcolm. Listen to her, damn it. Yeah, we've heard of church, but I don't know if there's not one called local church. There's always the First Baptist and the First Methodist and the First this and the First that. They're always the first, never the second. So they all started at the exact same time to be the first churches. I don't even know how that's possible, but chocolate coconut. She wants to meet me at a local church. I don't know. I'd have to Google if you mean it's actually called local church. Now here in the South, there are churches on every street corner. Now, they're not used like they used to be. They don't get huge crowds. But if you weren't Catholic, you were either Methodist, Baptist, Presbyterian, Pentecostal, a dozen other ones, and they all had first this and first that, first. But there would only be one Catholic church in an area. The Catholic didn't play around and say, "Oh, we'll make 15 churches for you." And they're like, "There's one for this population area. Get along." Oh man, we have the campuses. My dad is the head preacher of the local church, Forsyth. Huh. Well, marry me chicken for dinner last night. What? It's pretty good. Wow. You have divorce me chicken? What? Why would she even do that? Oh, which one plays with the snakes? I don't know. Let's ask Gemini. Which church plays with snakes? What church is known for handling snakes?
Some churches in the Appalachian region of the United States are known for snake handling as part of their religious services. The Holiness Church of God in Jesus' Name in Kentucky is one example.
Well, there you go. Just some random churches in the Appalachian Trail. Probably going through Tennessee, West Virginia. I would say mostly West Virginia if I had to just guess, stereotypically speaking. I imagine West Virginia is the heartland of snake handling. I don't want to handle snakes. I really don't. Since I'm an older fella and I'm not. Oh gosh, there's Joseph going off the deep end. Oh yeah, the whole handling snakes is, God is protecting you, Jesus is protecting you, and if you get bitten by the snake that you're handling, that means you haven't repented or something like that, and that you're full of sin or something. I don't know. So yeah, it's not like where somebody's playing the flute and the little snake's coming up like this. It's not that. Nah, they're like, I'm handling, and they got bandages on their arms where they've been bitten, and they're like, ah. So I don't know. You won't catch me at one of those places, that's for sure. Unless I'm like filming a WTF news video, you'll never find me at one of those places. Nope. Although, WTF news snake handling. I would have to do some AI for that, because I don't know if I can find anybody that's willing to handle snakes for a cheesy video that I make for YouTube. So yeah. It's idiotic. The snake's not gonna bite me. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Never understood it. Never understood it. How do you convince people to do that? How do you convince people to come to your congregation and say, you need to hold this snake? Just saying, Adam and Eve, you got to hold this snake. It's the one way to really prove yourself. Well, he said hold that snake, so I'm going to go up there and hold that snake. Honey, hold my beer. I ain't afraid of no snake. Get up here. Come on now. Ah, crap, bit me. Snake handling. No, I can't imagine doing that. Brainwashing folks. It's like, I think there's some verse or something about there where you're not supposed to test God, and there they are testing him with these snakes. There's something in there you shouldn't test him. Shouldn't test God, and they're doing it with snakes. Maybe they didn't read the whole thing. I don't know. But who am I to say? I'm just one little guy. Mostly Indians, spectacles, cobra. Yeah, I don't want to mess with any of that stuff. Come pray with the snakes. There's Liz. Yeah, I messed up the live stream this morning. So I won't go into all the details. But anyway, we're on here. We're having fun. It's all good. Oh, I was trying to ask you before I realized that I wasn't even live streaming. My membership for your channel, Liz, got suspended. Did you suspend my membership? Is there something going on with your channel? Please tell me more. I don't know. And Liz is heading to Indiana now. She's a roadie. Yeah, she's on the road again. She's a roadie. Well, roadies go around for concerts. A drifter. That's what she is. Liz is a drifter. she can't she can't let her plant her feet into one area too long. She's got to keep moving. Them snakes will get her in the grass if she does stand still too long. So she's got to keep going so she don't get snake bit. Your monetization was canceled? Well, dang gummit. That is poopy doopy. That's crazy. They do ask for a lot of information for tax purposes and stuff when you get monetized. So, yeah, you got to have all those ducks in a row ready to go when it happens. But you'll get it back. You'll get it figured out. I'm not worried. What's another little... Speaking of snake handling and blood and all the other stuff, this is an amazing story to me. A physician, Daniel Hale Williams, successfully performs one of the world's first open heart surgeries at a hospital in Georgia. Excuse me. Can anybody guess what year that was? One of the first successful open heart surgeries in Chicago. Ah, 1893. 1893. Now, I'm thinking about anesthesia. Are you like looking up and going, Doc, is it good or is it bad? Well, you know, he's cutting you open and doing all this stuff. Where's the anesthesia in 1893? I mean, whiskey's just going to thin your blood out. That probably wouldn't be good for open heart surgery. 1893. Here, chew on this stick for a minute while I slice you open and play with your heart. In the Civil War, that's what they did. I mean, they got shot in the leg. All they needed to do was amputate. A lot of people in the Civil War who got shot or hurt in the leg lost the leg. There was no saving it. You just sawed it off. And they literally just sawed it off. And the guy would pass out. And then come back, pass out again. I don't know. Maybe they just knocked him over the head like Three Stooges. And hurry up, he's going to come to in a minute. Random was going to say 1893. Well, you're a smart individual there, Random. That's mind-boggling to me. I mean, you think of... Look at all the... I mean, I got LED lights and computers and microphones and technology all around me. You know, we have medicine in our cabinets for headaches and diarrhea and everything else, you know, and Neosporin for your cuts and Band-Aids and bandages. They didn't have that stuff back then. They didn't have any of that stuff. I don't understand. It's mind-boggling. And for someone to go, so you're going to go into my chest and you're going to fix my heart? All right. Let me lay here. The person had to be willing to do it, too. You know what I'm saying? And he was a... let me look it up again. I'm going to look it up again, make sure I get my information right, my details right. And he was a black doctor as well. And that's significant information for 1893, if you think about it. Okay? Now, it was in Chicago, so they were more liberal, I guess you could say. They weren't as racist in Chicago as they were in the South. That definitely wouldn't have happened in Nashville or Atlanta. That would have never happened. But a pioneering black doctor performance. It doesn't say who he did the surgery on, if it was a white guy or black guy or something like that. I don't know. But, yeah. In pain, whiskey was go-to. Yeah, but I'm just thinking, I don't know. I got more questions. For them to be like, all right, doc. I mean, today you don't even think about it. You know? Hey, we got to do surgery on this. And you're like, okay. And they knock you out and they send you home with 2 weeks full of pain meds. So you don't have to hurt while you're at home recovering. And some people get addicted on them. But other than that, or you sit in the hospital and you got a little button that says, beep, no more pain. They understood morphine. Maybe they had morphine back then. Because they used morphine in World War II a lot in the battlefield and stuff like that. I don't know. I would have to like research that a lot more. I have a lot of questions about that story. Guess what, Kara? What is it, Kara? Tell me. I can't guess. I'm horrible at guessing. You found a lucky penny on the ground. That's my guess. I don't know. He is not listening. I'm rambling. It's not that I'm not listening. It's hard to keep up with these comments. Let me go back up here and see what she had to say. Uh, 29. She guessed the year. She said she was in Georgia. I missed the comment. I don't know. Doing no pain meds for surgeries again? Damn. No. No, I would no. Well, and you get that whole argument about vaccines, and then you get into pain medicine, and they're like wanting to roll the clock back in time. I thought we were supposed to evolve and develop and be better or something. I don't know. Survived cancer for the 3rd time. Damn. That's wild too. That's wild. It's like how do they? My mind when I hear stuff like that, my mind goes back to how do they come up with that in the beginning? How do they come up with that initially? I deep think too much. How did they find out that chemo is going to help with cancer patients? Somebody was just experimenting, or it was just an accident by chance. I don't know. It's weird. I'm glad that they got these, solutions for cancer and things like that. But how do they come up with it? That's my question. Cancer 3 times. Jeez. That goes back to my belief that we're only supposed to live so long. As far as individuals and your genes and your genetics, it's like unless you get hit by a train or, OD on drugs, your body is going to last so long, give or take maybe 5 years or something like that. That's the theory of mine. Because you had people who smoked their whole lives and they're like 80-something years old. I keep smoking. Or they drink their whole lives and they never get liver cancer. They just live, Maybe I'm sure there's a factor in it. Today is going to be 7 out of 10 according to Random. Ramesh hasn't given us forecast for today. Testing and research. I know they do testing and research, Dustin. But somebody had to go like, you know what? Let's try this thing called chemo. It will inject it in their bodies. Yeah. That'll kill it. Just like, who come up with that, That's where I'm coming. I know it's research and trial and error and development over time, but it all had to start somewhere. I don't know. She just uses tea and herbal things to survive, Kara. Some people are staunch believers of the holistic approach to health. I mean, it worked for like the Native Americans and stuff until we brought like smallpox and stuff over and really jacked up their immune system. But they were surviving off, plants and stuff, things of that nature. And they had to think, if I rub this plant on this cut, it's going to make it better or something. I don't know. Just accept it. That's all I need to do. Just accept it. Quit trying to overthink it. Just smarter people than us. Yep. I can't even figure out how to make the live stream work properly. How am I supposed to even fathom the idea of open heart surgery in 1893? I don't know. Now I'm sure he probably did it on animals, like practiced on other animals before he actually did it on a human. I would hope. He's like, you know what? I had a dream last night. We're gonna try this out. Yeah, well, they didn't have sugar either, Leo. Didn't have, like, preservatives and sugar. They didn't eat, the artificial, the stuff that's bad for us, like all the fat and sugar and things like that, that rot your teeth. They didn't have. They were eating deer and fish and plants raw. So it's like, I mean, I'm sure they cook some stuff too, but yeah, they didn't have all this other stuff we add in the food that rots your teeth, you know? Not working for you, tea's killing you. Blue's here. Hey, Blue, how's it going? Well, we can argue that too. I don't know. Things that normally the dentists say that rot your teeth. I don't know. And they can be part of their genetics too. Their genetics have evolved to the point knowing they didn't have those things to protect their teeth and bones. And yeah, sugar cane. We can speculate all the time. I'm not a doctor by any means. I sell stamps for a living. I'm a professional stamp salesman. That's all I am. And I make cheesy YouTube videos. I don't know. I can change an outlet in the wall. I can work on my truck. But yeah, don't ask me how microchips are made or how they came up with open heart surgery. It's all beyond me. It's all beyond me. Makes that noise. Hey, Blue, how's it going? Oh, man. How do you get up so early every day and do live? I can never. I just get up at 6, and that gives me time to wash my face, clean up, get dressed, feed the dogs, Robert and Sweetie. It stormed last night. Sweetie stayed in the doghouse. She was fine this morning. She was dry. So, evidently, she had enough brains to get in there and stay out of the storm. Random thunderstorms are supposed to be storming throughout the day as well, too. Kind of random-like. So, anyway. The body has these, but sugar and knows how to make. I'm trying to read all these other comments, but it's almost time to call it a day. Robert, my dog, he's there 2 minutes, 3 minutes before my alarm goes off every day without fail. Dead silence in his house. He'll get up and be like right there in my face, waiting right as I wake up. Sometimes I wake up a few minutes and I see him come up, and he's like right there. And he's just like, "You're about to get up, aren't you?" Well, Robert's not here. I don't know where he went. He normally hops on the couch behind me, but he doesn't even sit there that long either. But anyway. Yeah, the artificial sweeteners are not great either, Leo. I get that too. You don't sleep at all? Your nephew wouldn't let you sleep? Yeah, that's why they have locks on doors. Put them in another room. You go in your room, lock the door, and just like, you'll be fine, buddy. I gotta get my sleep. Give me some food. Yeah. You haven't slept in 3 days? Dude, you need to go drive somewhere. Drive somewhere random. Throw the seat back park under a shade tree and take a nap, dude. Well, anyway, that's my time. 30 minutes in the morning. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Let me remind you that if you have any good news stories that you want to share or have me read out on the show, email them to me, coffeewithmalcolm@gmail.com. It's in the description of the video. If you like this mug or anything else that you see in the background or part of this show, majority of this stuff is on my Amazon channel as well. You can get that there. It's pretty cool, except that clock. That clock was made in 1965. It's not in the Amazon store. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Compliment a stranger. Share the videos. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.